here that we have
you just have a slight deck registration problem. We'll hopefully get that sorted out in a couple minutes.
Yeah, well, while the judges are sorting that out, we can talk about...
Well, I can talk about Jack's deck a little bit.
Okay.
From what I saw when I read over the deck list, he has splashed a couple red sources, and he's playing 2 copies of Crackling Doom in his main deck.
Ooh.
So it's not quite the Abzan mirror.
Okay,
And
so...
I think that'll really bust open the mirror there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Crackling Doom is probably one of the... Like, I would say if I was going to be playing Standard, I would be playing Crackling Doom and Dispel, because I think they're the best decks in the format, or the best cards in the format. So for those who don't like the Star City naming ways of saying like Abzan Red and things like that, it would appear that Jack is playing Dune Brune Nephilim.
Oh man, I'd love to bring up Dune Brood Nephilim, but I'd rather read that to you. So whenever Dune Brood Nephilim deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 colorless sand creature token into play for each land you control. Costs red, black, green, white, and it is a 3/3 and Nephilim creature.
So we have Dune Brood versus Abzan. So there was no penalty for...
Yep, there's no penalty. It's just he wrote down Dem Protector twice. It's just a clerical error, and we'll be both players have drawn their hand, and we'll be beginning the match shortly. And you guys. All right, cool, thanks.
All right, yeah, so no penalties, so we'll just get to play a regular game. Looks like Shawn was on the play, and it looks like he mulliganed because he did get a scry in there.
Yep. But more to speak about Jack's deck. He has, let's see, 3 Smoldering Marshes and 4 Wooded Foothills to get his Cindering Glade. And that's the only red source he has. But in the sideboard, he has 2 copies of Radiant Flames and 2 copies of Butcher of the Horde to also take advantage of that red splash. And like we were saying earlier, it's just with all of these mana bases and all these fetches and dual lands, it's so easy to just splash another color.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like Shawn I guess Jack was on the play, my bad. So Jack started off with, has 2 lands on turn 2. Probably good that he didn't keep a 1-lander.
Yep, that's
Shawn started with a tap Shambling Vents.
Yep. And his curve doesn't really start. I mean, rather, his only 1-drops are Warden of the First Tree, and his 2-drops are, I suppose, a face-up Den Protector and a Hangerback Walker.
Oh man, Austin, here's one we have for you.
Ooh, what do we got?
Shown Tappen is playing 61 cards main deck.
Yeah, I love a good 61 cards.
I think, all right, so the 61st could either be Sorin Solemn Visitor or Obnixilus.
No, it's definitely
Cinderglade?
Hold on. No, it's not Cinderglade. I think it's
the extra land. He is playing 26 lands.
Yeah, he is playing 26 lands, which is very relevant when you have a bunch of 4 and 5 drops.
Yeah.
You like need to cast Siege Rhino on 4.
All right, so looks like Jack had a turn to play, and Shawn had the
Silk Wrap.
Silk Wrap for it. And now Anafenza on 3 for Jack.
Right, we're gonna do this so it lines up the proper side.
All right.
Yep, yes. 2.
So Jack has 3 Wingmate Rocks, and Shawn has only 2. I think that's one significance to care about.
Yep, but also it looks like Tappen is playing 2 copies of Gideon Ally of Zendikar.
Okay.
Whereas Jack has none.
Yeah, I don't know. Like talking to it's very weird because some Abzan players have told me Gideon is the greatest card in their deck, and some have said they never want to draw it. So it's very interesting.
It's great when it's good when it's great. It's great when it's good, but it's like pretty bad if you're like trying to hit your lands and you like get clogged on 4 drops in your deck.
Yeah.
Like if you get stuck, the reason Tappen plays 26 lanes is because you can just get stuck on Siege Rhinos, Wingmate Rocks, Gideon, Sorenab, Nixilis, and just not have the fourth and fifth mana to cast those spells. I do love his early on removal of Silk Wrap. He's got 3 copies of Draboka's Command, which is very good, and 2 Murderous Cuts, as well as Abzan Charm for whatever utility he might need, be it putting counters on a Hangerback Walker or making his opponent sacrifice their own Silk Wrap. So a lot of utility out of that card. That card's been an Abzan All-Star since it was printed in cons.
Yeah, so here's where Jack is putting Shawn to the test of, Shawn, do you have removal for my creatures? Because I'm curving out and beating you down. If you don't, I win. If you do, I have other card advantage engines to grind me back into the game. So now we get to see what Shawn's plan is. It looks like he's deploying his own Anafenza and leaving up mana to pump Hangerback Walker. So now we'll be at a board parity. I think Jack's best draw right now would be the command.
Would be the Dramoka's Command, make him sacrifice a creature and
sack an enchantment and fight Anafenzas, probably.
Yep. Well, Anafenza can't put a counter on herself, but if we have Hangerback activate and become a 3/3, we can have.
Here we go.
You're putting a counter on
fighting
Anafenza and fighting his Anafenza
and sacking, or he might not be sacking.
No, he put a counter so he didn't lose his Anafenza.
Okay, and also it's most like I think this might be a Hangerback Walker, and sacking the enchantment does not. It gets Morbid online.
Oh yeah.
But
it's definitely a Hangerback Walker.
Yeah, so Jack is definitely in the driver's seat at this point.
Yeah, because out of Jack's deck, his only card he could have played on turn 2 is his Hangerback Walker. I doubt he played a face-up Den Protector.
Okay.
And it looks like Shawn did not want to trade with the Anafenza there. He would not get tokens. He would not get Thopter tokens
because it doesn't die.
Anafenza would say Hangerback Walker is exiled. However, he would have had an Anafenza off the battlefield, which leads me to believe that.
Could he trade? Because I think
he absolutely could trade.
It's at 3 or it's at 2.
It's at 2 right now.
So
he could trade with the Anafenza. Because the Anafenza has been dealt 4 damage from the
sense.
Dramoka's Command.
Okay.
So he neglected to, as he would not get Thopters out of the...
Yeah, and his board's bad enough now, it just is going to get worse.
Yeah, playing catch-up would be pretty... Yeah, he's just,
figured it out.
Jack did play a face-up Den Protector. How about that?
Yeah, because it's the same reason that people play, like, Snapcasters in Modern on 2, because you just need a beatdown to put them to the test.
All right, so we're going to go to sideboard now. Out of Tappen's list, he has... 2 copies of Duress, 2 Surge of Righteousness, 3 Transgress the Mind, 2 Ultimate Price, 2 Self-Inflicted Wound, 1 Evolutionary Leap, 1 Tassiger the Golden Fang, 1 Tragic Arrogance, and 1 Virulent Plague. What I think his plan to bring in here is the Surge of Righteousness, because it destroys an attacking Siege Rhino and attacking Anafenza. His ultimate prices are subpar here. The only targets for that are a Wingmate Rock, which has already gotten value, or a Warden of the First Tree.
Normally those get sided out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, as quickly as possible. And then he has, I'd imagine he'd bring in 2 copies of Self-Inflicted Wound, because it gets literally any creature that isn't Den Protector, a face-down Den Protector and a Hangerback Walker out of Jack's list. I think I could see a reasoning for a Tragic Arrogance coming in and a Tasker as like another 4/5 that like battles Anafenza and can get through Wingmate Rock.
Okay, and I would see for Jack's sideboard he has 2 Languish, 2 Radiant Flames, 2 Utterance, 3 Drana, Liberator, Malakir, 2 Surge of Righteousness, 2 Self-Inflicted Wounds, and 2 Butcher of the Horde. So my thought is he definitely brings in the Surges and the Self-Inflicted Wounds for the same reason you said. I actually don't think anything else is really that great because like the problem with bringing Drana or Butcher is that this is such a removal-happy matchup that there's no reason to bring in something that lets you get 1-for-1 even harder.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with you. I could see Jack trying to take on a more controlling role. Where we bring in, Surge's Self-Inflicted Wounds, and he could bring in Languish and Radiant Flames, and then try and finish him off with,
Okay.
Oh, no, he doesn't have the Gideons.
Yeah, I feel like my biggest problem with Languish is that Shawn's playing Siege Rhino.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both playing Siege Rhino, and, Like, it kills everything else that is non-Siege Rhino. So it's...
So Shawn didn't see any red mana game 1, right?
He saw a Bloodstained Mire, which
is like... it could just be the 9th fetch.
Well, it could just be the 9th fetch, but you don't really see that in the Abzan list. I mean, I imagine Jack, looked one up, and he... sorry. Yeah, Shawn didn't see the red mana. And he knows, how that works. But he has Bloodstained Mires without...
Yeah, so because blood...
It actually
it's
looks
because
like
it gets green better than any of the other fetches that aren't...
Yeah, well, he has the 2 copies of Smoldering Marsh, but nothing to do with them.
Does it make...
It makes black mana, and it's fetchable.
Ooh, I think
fetchable by Wooded Foothills.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what it is. So Wooded Foothills can get black
What do you think
mana.
about Shawn bringing... I don't know if you mentioned it, bringing in his Evolutionary Leap, just so that creatures that get killed become draw steps?
Yeah, I definitely could see an argument for that. It's like Transgress the Mind is also powerful here because it gets Gideon that might be in his opponent's deck, or Sorin, or Rhino, or Wingmate Rock. And I think it'll be a battle of attrition here with, Transgress can even get the Inoffenses, which are very important in this matchup.
That makes sense. All right, so Shawn will be on the play. I think he's hoping... They're both hoping to just curve out, go Warden into Hangerback Walker into Inoffense into Siege Rhino. That's probably their nut curve that they're looking for. So we see Shawn go tapped black-red land, which is the Cinderglade, correct? Yeah. And then we have Jack go Wooded Hills pass. And we have Canopy Vista pass. So now Jack is hoping to have a 2-drop in order to punish Shawn for not having anything.
Yeah, and this is sometimes the cost of like a greedy, or like a not... A color combination that doesn't take full advantage of the fetches. For instance, you don't have a blue-green fetch or a blue-red fetch. So, like, Temur is probably not where you want to be if you want to have a fluid mana base.
Correct. Luckily, they're both playing junk. So
luckily, they're both playing Abzan, which just has perfect mana forever.
Yeah.
It has both Windswept Heath. Actually, it only has Windswept Heath, so it's actually advantageous to play off-color fetches to get 2 of your different colors.
Yeah, it's
with the dual lands. It's a very, very interesting interaction.
Yeah, it's sort of like when I was building the Jeskai deck. It was playing like
it had perfect mana because
it was playing Windswept Heath
in a Jeskai deck.
Yeah,
so you could get Cinderglade with Forest or your Prairie Stream with the Plains Half. And I think that's what Jack noticed, and he took advantage of that. Whereas, you're playing Wooded Foothills, so you can both get green and black mana if you're playing Smoldering Marshes. And, let's just throw in a couple Crackling Dooms in there, because that card's really good, right?
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Alright. So now, after a bunch of shuffling, is Jack still in 1 land, or was this end step?
Well, Tappen was... on the play
and tap land pass. Okay, it was just end step fetch.
Yep. And he is going to play a turn 2 Warden of the First Tree.
I bet I know what Jack drew. I guess there was a judge call for looking at extra cards. He probably flipped the top card of his deck up when he did.
Okay, it happens. Everybody, he's up a game, very excited, a lot of shuffling. Shuffling can end up making people go to time. And that's a very big issue. I know that happens with Jeskai a lot. I do a lot of searching in my modern deck. Squadron Hawks, Ranger Vios.
And you only play 4 fetch lands.
And I only play 4 fetch lands, and I just spend a lot of time shuffling my library.
Yeah. Which I personally enjoy a lot. A lot of people hate shuffling. I love shuffling.
Oh, yeah. Shuffling is a great feeling. All right, so we have...
a
banana
4-4 versus
4-4
versus a 1-1.
This brick house versus this puny 1-1. Oh, he's a warrior something, isn't he?
What's he? Warden of the First Tree?
Warden of the First Tree. I believe he's a human warrior. He becomes like a
there's Warden of the Eye. Dijin was
not quite the same, but the Dijin Wizard is powerful.
Warden of the first tree is a creature human.
He starts as a human, then becomes a human warrior. He gets trained to a 3/3, and then he becomes a human spirit warrior. So I guess you level him up too much, and he just dies in the heat of battle and
even
starts taking life. If you strike him down now, he'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
All right, so Shawn's Anafenza fought Jack's Anafenza, and Shawn's
she became exiled, and so it does not look good for Jack.
Yeah. Jack had the more curvier hand, if you would say that, but Shawn had the, my dude's big and I have removal spells hand.
And Shawn looked there like he was contemplating not attacking, so he could just trade with the Warden. But I think he got enough value extracted out of his Jamoka's command to just take care of all of that.
I would wager he has a Planeswalker or some sort of payoff in his hand. Maybe a Rhino. Rhino is a pretty good payoff.
Or I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could have had a Tassiger in his hand, and then I think he'd have to think less about that attack there, because then he could just follow it up with a Tassiger.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, because his graveyard's pretty small, actually.
Yeah, well, Shawn's isn't. He has Mocha's command, Inofenza, fetch. I guess it's just 3.
Yeah.
But hey, next turn he can go, as Band Charm, draw some cards.
Yep. Oh man, so now that we're back, well, he's shuffling and doing stuff like casting a Rhino. What's your favorite robot? Is it still just Sad Robot?
Oh yeah, it's definitely Solemn Simulacrum. I'm also partial to Baleful Strix.
Ooh,
I'm gonna consider that an owl robot. It is an owl robot.
That pitches to Force of Will.
It does pitch to Force of Will as well. No audio. Oh, that was a while ago. Okay. All right. So now it looks like Jack has the upper hand. Or instead,
what card is that?
It looks like a self-inflicted wound.
Ooh. Yep. So is that creature green? We'll sack it.
Yep. Siege Rhino is a lot of colors, very many colors. And I believe we'll have Jack go to 15 here as he loses 2 from a self-inflicted wound. And then it looks like Shawn's contemplating something. Oh no, it's past the turn back to Jack. But yeah, very attrition-based game. Play a creature, it dies. Play your own creature, it dies, and it's just back and forth. And it's the threat-answer dichotomy of what these mirrors turn out to be. Self-inflicted wound. There we go. One of the cycle of hate cards from Khans of Tarkir.
Now here's Shawn. Like I said, here's Shawn's own Siege Rhino.
Yep. And then it's just going back and forth.
And it's just going to eat an Absent which Shawn is happy with because it's a 1-for-1 as opposed to Absent Shard being a 2-for-1 and drawing 2 cards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also I don't think Jack could afford to draw 2 cards in that situation because he went to 50. Oh look, a Rhino fly.
Rhinos traveling packs.
We're getting crashed. The stream is crashing, guys, but not in the bad way. In the more Rhino way.
Moo.
Says the crash of rhinos. They say.
Oh, and I think I spot another Rhino in Shawn's.
I think I spy another piece of removal.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? Murder's Cut, exiling a couple cards,
and then Rhino,
and then he's probably going to be leveling up his Warden. So we have a 3/3 Warden. So Jack will be going back to 14. This is a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think this matchup is a lot about whoever lands the first Wingmate Rock, and so it's even more so important to keep your opponent off a creature when they have 5 mana.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when you're like, oh, there's this Wingmate Rock and I have nothing in play.
Yep. Yeah, the 2-for-1s are very, very essential.
Yeah, here's an Absent Charm main phase, I think.
Yep. I think he's trying to hit an Anafenza or something, because now both board states are clear.
And plus, since Shawn's tapped out, Shawn doesn't get to super tempo him out when he plays a creature.
Yep.
Because one of the biggest things is going.
Your end step, kill your guy.
Untap,
play something. A couple things. He's getting a Canopy Vista. I think Jack's at a lower life total.
Yeah, because he drew 2, lost 2, and then fetched. So he should be at 11, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be at 11. We're going to have someone down there confirm life totals real quick. And hopefully that'll get that fixed. But yeah. Yes. Something. 14. Evidently he's at 14.
Okay.
I guess he did play 2 rhinos.
Yeah, they probably lost track of rhinos.
Yeah, it's a lot of math.
So chat, which Rhino deck would you play? Would you play Crackling Doom or just play the regular colored Rhino decks?
Or would you play Bring to Light? I saw that did very well at the GP it was at, and then just kind of fell off the map when we had just got Black and Eldrazi. Just kind of go over the top.
Yeah.
Or have tempo-based spells.
Yeah, and here's Sean's third Rhino, I believe, or is this Sean's second?
This is Sean's second. So now they're even on the Rhino count. Jared, can we get a Rhino count up on the board? Is that too difficult to do, or? I mean, they're both playing Den Protectors, so we could see like 6, 7 Rhinos in the battlefield on each player's side.
So what's your opinion on Rhino versus what's the elf that's banned in Modern? Blood Red Elf.
Blood Red Elf? Okay, so Blood Red Elf is a very hyper-aggressive card where you can cast, any random thing. Siege Rhino will generally always stabilize you, whereas it's very difficult to kill a 4/5.
Yeah.
And also you get that life swing there.
So it looks like Jack did exactly what you said, and...
more Siege Rhinos!
Moo.
Moo.
Yeah, we could have a moo count.
No moo count. Just,
we do have a Rhino count up on
look, we have a face-down card from Shawn Tappen.
I wonder what
Let's
it is.
see, just looking through his list
add
really
to
quick.
the Rhino count.
Wait, I believe it is a Den Protector, or he's cheating. And so it looks like we're just going to have another Rhino fight. I believe Jack has the upper hand in this Rhino fight, in that he has 2 more lands than Shawn does, but also he gets to play his Rhino first.
Yeah.
As well as having, 3 more cards in his hand?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, because he got to draw 2 off his charm, whereas Shawn has not drawn any extra cards.
Correct. Yeah, Shawn is at 20, Jack is at 11. Murder has cut the Den Protector. Ooh, maybe the Den Protector gets back. Oh, a Siege Rhino. How about that? And then he can,
the Rhino count goes up to 6, and Jack gets to bash for 3.
Yeah, these tempo plays. So he just brought the life totals even in a 9-point life total difference, and then 1. Oh, we have a Rhino count. We have a Rhino count. Let's get crashing, boys and girls.
Let's see if we can get double digits before someone dies.
Ooh, I would be very elated to see double-digit Rhinos. There's actually, I saw a deck on MTG Card Market, Goldfish, that it was an article that the deck tried to play 34 copies of Siege Rhino. Nice. It had Siege Rhinos, it had clone effects, it had reanimate effects.
Phantasmal Image by Siege Rhino.
Yeah, it's great.
Ooh, it
was Clever Impersonator.
Oh, is it in Standard?
Yeah, it's all in Standard. 34 Siege Rhinos.
If it was in Modern, you could also slot in the white Titan. What's the white?
Sun Titan?
You could slot in Sun Titan.
Yeah.
So you just go the Sun Titan, get Sun Titan, get Sun Titan with Phantasmal Image.
Yep. But Siege Rhino, the more Siege Rhinos, the better. Yeah. All right, so it looks like...
all right, so we have a tasker.
Shawn cast Absent Charm, exiling Jack's 3rd Siege Rhino, so he cannot get that one back with Den Protector.
And now
then casts his own Tassiger to meet an utter end from Jack's side. So, all right. Oh, and then he'll be playing an Anafenza. So yeah, it looks like Jack has the upper hand right now.
But it keeps going back and forth.
Yep.
Shawn amazingly still has, 4 cards in hand?
Oh, yeah, still has 4. Well, he's stuck on 5 lands, whereas Jack is hellbent with 8 lands in play.
Okay.
Which is not a great thing, but oh, look, another Siege Rhino! But that's the one we knew about, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we knew about that one.
Now I think Jack is hoping for a removal spell.
Yep. But also he can just, push through damage. He can...
I don't know. Can he push through damage?
No, he can't. Never mind.
He can get 4 in, but something dies in the process.
Yeah. Well, he can get 7 in.
No, because the Siege Rhino blocks somewhere.
Well, yeah. Well, we have a Shambling Vents here.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he has 2 copies of Shambling Vents.
I still don't know.
So if he wanted, he could activate both.
It might be time.
Oh, Warden time.
Okay, yeah, I guess the Shambling Vents probably gets to the counter.
Does he have a card in his hand? No. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like the Den Protector got a counter here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because it has a relevant ability.
Well, yeah, but Siege Rhino still gets to block it because it's equal to.
Yeah.
And Den Protector says if it's smaller than, no blocks.
But yeah, I think it's pretty correct for him to block the Anafenza that starts pumping the team up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just take care of that threat, and then you can block the Den Protector whenever you feel like.
Mm-hmm.
We're down to 8 viewers right now. All right. Oh wait, let's have another Siege Rhino. What do we got here? Keep looking at the stream, like chopping, confusing me. Jack did gain 2 life there from his Shambling Vents. Shambling Vents was a great addition for this deck.
Yeah.
I mean, that deck really didn't change much, right?
Yeah,
They
it
still
added
have-
Shambling Vents.
Let's see, we had Wingmate Rock, we
It
had Siege
made
Rhino.
better mana that didn't come into play tapped because it originally played the like tri-lands.
Yeah, we
and
got the
things like-
Canopy Vistas, and instead of the, we did lose Mana Confluence, but you don't have to play Caves of Koilos and Llanowar Waste and just go to 2, just casting spells.
Oh man, now Shawn gets to go.
Sean has an Anafenza,
And
and it's
the
just
Siege Rhino.
back and forth, and this is game 2. Yeah. Let's update that in the top. There's round 3, game 2. I believe also the Rhino count went to 7.
Relevant things, Rhino counts.
Whoa, I mean, look, I gotta get my crash on. We haven't had a feature match today where I got my crash on. Sync. I'm sorry, I'm not picking up what you're putting down, friend.
Oh man, what should we do to get to 10 rhinos in one game?
Can we get to 10? Can we get to 10, chat? All right, what do we got here? What did Sean draw?
Looks like nothing.
It looks like he's moving his mana around. He probably is. Might have an Utter End.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to waste a removal spell on this
4/3.
4/3 that's doing nothing.
If he like wastes the removal spell, he attacks for lethal.
Oh yeah. How many cards in hand for Jack?
Jack is Hellbent. Sean still has 1.
So I think Sean's thought is the same thought that I like to take, in that there is a creature to block, though.
Yeah, there's Den Protector and then the Shambling.
What happened with the Shambling Vents? Jack was tapping it when it blocked, which you do not do.
Yep. Can confirm that.
Blocking.
Yes, Osync. I'm still not quite sure what Osync is trying to communicate. Perhaps we have not.
All right, so Jack is under the gun, has to draw something.
Yep, and that's very much what these mirror matches are like. Very attrition based. Crackling Doom does not do it. What's in his What do we got in the sideboard here? He could have brought in Languish, which
does nothing.
Does nothing.
Oh,
it looks like Jack's
Sean.
packing it in. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and we will get to see a game 3 of this very interesting mirror match.
Oh man, Great Dark. I'll be so happy when I never hear the word Siege Rhino ever again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think it's Siege Rhino that puts the junk decks over the top. I think it's the fact that they get to play really good cards.
Yeah, they're all very good cards.
They're all super efficient.
Rhino. Oh, no, sorry, think the word Siege and Rhino.
Yeah, fine with Rhino. We're not murdering rhinos because they're endangered.
Yep.
Oh man, reset the Rhino count to. All right, so Rhino. If
yeah,
Rhino
that's fair.
count,
I guess we can't count for matches or on the day.
Yeah. Rhino count gets to 10. What should we do? Chat. What should we do if Rhino count gets to 10?
Ooh, if the Rhino count gets to 10 in a game today, we will give out a play set of rhinos. Boom! I figured it out. So here's to rooting. It's like
okay. All right. Yeah. So moment that Rhino count gets to 10, first person to mention it in the chat gets a playset of Siege Rhinos.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And if you want them to be signed by whoever was playing Siege Rhino in the match, then sure, but we don't have to.
Ooh, nah.
And Great Dark wants to. All right, Great Dark. If you win, you can set your playset of Siege Rhinos on fire.
Yep. Give away rhinos. Well, yeah, we would have 10 of them at that point. It's just like they're crash a dozen. I don't know how that works.
So are we just hedging on that we won't hit 10 rhinos?
Oh, that's right. No, if we hit 10 rhinos, I will buy a playset and then give it away. I think I still have my playset of Siege Rhinos. That card is incredibly powerful.
Modern playable.
Modern playable, but also is a huge fan of Whip of Erebus, but also the underdog Citadel Siege to get it back every time.
What's up, X-Kill Man? just in time, if you didn't hear us because you just got here, if the rhino count on the screen hits 10 and you're the first person to mention it, 4 siege rhinos will be all yours.
Yes, can confirm. All right, now sideboarding again.
Did
I
people?
guess,
Tappen did.
Yeah, Tappen is sideboarding again. I still don't think he saw.
He didn't see any red.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe
Jack sided out Crackling Dooms because his Crackling Doom.
Well, I mean,
good.
No, you're never setting out Crackling Doom. Like,
okay,
it's like just a target red. But like I don't think seeing red mana would phase Shawn at all because
he has red mana,
2 Smoldering Marshes and 4 Wooded Foothills and 3 Bloodstained Mires.
Yeah.
But yeah, go X Killman.
Yeah, so Chad is hoping for a non-curve out game because a curve out game just means someone dies, and
there's not enough chances for Siege Rhinos. But yeah, sideboarding game 3 and like in this mirror, I think it's very important who's on the play, and that definitely changes a lot of how things work. Like Transgress the Mind gets much better for Shawn if he's on the play. Because he gets to play his 2-drop before Jack gets to play his 3-drop.
Isn't Jack on the play?
Jack is on the play, which means
Shawn's siding out.
Shawn's siding out something, and like his Transgress gets better because he'll get to 2.
No, it's better when you're on the play.
No, it's better when you're on the play.
So if Shawn had them in, he might be siding them out.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because they are worse on the play. I knew I had a point in there somewhere. Burn the Siege Rhino, great idea. All right, everyone is on.
All right, so now we're on the. You'll get the 4 Siege Rhinos and get to light them on fire, which I'm fine with.
Ooh, or we could just give them charred Siege Rhinos, but I don't think that would be as excuse me, entertaining.
Hey, what's the estimated runtime of the?
All right, and it looks like Jack is going to mulligan, and since he gets the decision first, we'll see if Tappen is keeping. Looks like Tappen is keeping his opening hand. All right, so that's better for Tappen.
Yeah, mulligans are
especially when Jack's on the play.
Correct, because you'll be super down a card because you don't get it to draw.
Super down a card, not only down a card, super down a card.
Yeah, because you don't get to draw. Like it always feels awful. Who are you voting for? I would want the Crackling Doom deck to win.
I'm gonna go with Bernie Sanders. I think he's
oh man, politics.
Yeah. That's probably not what you're referencing. But I am a fan of spicy splashes, and so I'd have to go with
also
Jack
we get to
with his Crackling Doom.
We also get to name it after a Nephilim, so Nephilims are always fun.
Oh yeah,
I already forgot what Nephilim it's named after.
That'd be a Deep Brood,
Dune Brood
Nephilim. And he makes sand creature tokens, which is the best creature token probably. I don't know. Homunculus is pretty fun.
Oh man, maybe I'll be a sand creature token if I ever win.
Dear chat, what is? Oh hey Ethan, it's only for tagline Sanders / Field Burn. Okay, yeah.
Oh god, now we got Ethan started.
I apologize, chat. Let me distract you with what is your favorite creature token? Could be anything from the set of Magic the Gathering. Please, no Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. We have. Oh man, we got a lot of sweet tokens. Ooh, we have a gold token. You got a germ, clearly. All right.
Yeah, germs.
Oh, can you bring up a picture of Alex Bastecki's?
Bastecki's germ token. Sweetest germ token ever.
Best germ token ever printed.
Favorite token would probably be the. Is it an insect token that Hornet Queen makes?
Oh yeah, she does make bees. She makes insect tokens.
Probably won the most games because of that token.
That card is incredibly powerful. Every card in Magic the Gathering appears to be allergic to bees.
Bzz. Blocks Emrakul.
It does block and kill Emrakul.
A Matrix token. What makes a Matrix token? All right, so back to the actual game.
There's a 10/10 Eldrazi Scion, Desolation Twin token. All right, back to the game. We have
land go.
Players doing nothing. Yeah, good luck looking up that Alex Bastecki token. I don't think you'll find it there. No, you're not gonna find it there. All right. Can't quite see what's going on, but we will be with you shortly.
We can see what Jack's doing.
We can see what Jack's doing. Jack is fetching. He's a strapping young lad. 3/3 Black Angel token.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Of course,
that's
Ethan
probably
does.
an EDH thing.
Hornong, what's your favorite creature
Oh,
token?
you got the Basteki token up on the
Yeah.
stream. Yeah, we have our
token off.
our local
Yeah, definitely the
local
Magic
not
player.
only a level 2 judge, but he also won where was it?
It was
SCG Invitational.
Yeah,
Invitational in Jersey.
Yeah, he won the
I was actually there when he won it. It was sweet.
the
dirty
Invitational
jersey.
in Jersey, and he got a sick looking germ token.
Yep. So far we've gone land go.
Yep. And I feel like the first person to play a creature in this matchup just meets a removal spell. So there's like
It's I
less
think
of
it's
a
like
reason
the
to pull the trigger
third.
first?
The third creature is what decides it.
yep, we got a banana fence here, and looks like Jack did not have a removal spell in the SF, not Nabs in Charm or
Maybe he
think
just
could've
goes
murderous
Rhino
cut it.
here.
He could just go Rhino here. But in the same breath, Sean could probably just go, self-inflicted wound that, play this.
Oh, he
Hangback
did have a
Walker.
removal spell in probably Outer End.
Utter End? Well, yeah, he just only had 3 mana, so
Yep.
he couldn't quite cast it. So Anaffenza gets exiled, so take that. What else do we got? We have a Gideon, ally of Zendikar,
Right.
and the
Gets to start
attrition
s-
begins.
Yeah, especially now that Outer End's gone.
Yeah. So that was one of the few answers to Gideon that.
Yeah, because neither of them are
Jack
playing
has in
the
his deck.
sorcery speed. Whatever. What's the
Ruinous Path.
Ruinous
yeah,
Path?
no Ruinous Path.
I don't know what
That's- I'm
standard
here to
cards.
help you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
I'm here
great.
to help you guys.
Yeah, Mark's doing great. So yeah, it looks like he brought in the Utter Ends because he doesn't have them in his main deck.
That makes sense if he expects there to be planeswalkers and things like that.
But yeah, it looks like the only way to attack to kill Gideon that he has is to attack it to death, and with no creatures in play, he's got a siege
Rhino
rhino.
count 1.
Rhino
9
count-
more
Rhino count is
rhinos.
currently 1. If we hit 10 siege rhinos, we're giving away a playset of siege rhinos, and everyone appears to want to burn them if they win. So excellent value. How you doing, Hoffman?
Oh, well, I lost. I'm dropping. Gonna go out, hang out with the girlfriends.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't want to join us for coverage? Slash go out for food afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, and I think the only other way than attacking the Gideon that Jack has to beat it is for Sean to activate it, making it a 5/5, and then dooming
Yeah.
the Gideon, and that is I believe the only way he has of killing it. We see Sean exile a Siege Rhino and send in for
Crash
7. So
yeah.
yeah, Sean just taking chunks out of Jack's life total.
So Jack does have one more Other End in his deck.
Yep. Assuming you brought them both
Assuming
in.
he brought it in, yeah.
Yeah.
Who brought the first one? Probably has the second one.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Yep. You can't self-inflicted wound a Gideon. You can't cut a Gideon.
You can block it for a while.
Hey, you can block it for a while, but I mean, or you can race it with a wingman rock.
Realistically, 303 might make it in.
303.
Yeah.
Jeez, that bait is great.
Welcome to Tap and Attack.
Yeah, right.
Did you see where they're...
Who wrote that? Local player? How many viewers are you guys up to?
We were up to like 18 at one point, but I think we only have like 8 now. Yeah, we got 6. One of them is Save Point, one of them is Tiny.
Dude, one of them's my
Ethan.
girlfriend.
Oh
One
boy.
of them's
Hey, Alicia.
probably my girlfriend. Bye, Felicia. Oh, hold on.
No,
So
Alicia.
I got a story to tell before I leave for the day. So I texted my girlfriend to make sure she was home. So
No, we're not. No, we're absolutely not.
All
doing
right, so
that.
Hoffman, what's your...
So my girlfriend, she texted me. She's like, I tried loading the Save Point stream on my phone,
Oh, yeah?
and then she's like, but I think my phone only loads good streams.
Oh, get wrecked.
The burn.
So there you go,
Oh,
guys.
stream is great.
Feel the burn. Hashtag.
All right. Well, it looks like Jack has deployed a Sorin, made a token, had the token chump block a Gideon. And now Sean has a Banana Fenza.
Yeah, I think Sean's definitely...
Yeah, Sean. I think Sean would be a favorite here. All right, we're cashing in the Sorin for another 2/2 Vampire token, and let's see what Jack is doing. Yeah, like I said, very, very hard for him to kill that Gideon.
Oh man, the
Oh, he's
token's
putting-
fighting a token.
Yeah, well, he's gonna put a counter on it and then
Yeah,
fight
I
the
know.
token.
It's still meh.
So we have a 3/3 against a
2/4/4.
against a 4/4 and a Gideon. Gideon becomes a 5/5.
Yeah.
So that's quite powerful. I don't know why. Yeah, right. I don't know why there's a ruinous path brought up because neither
we
of
just
these
mentioned
players.
it,
I
yeah.
guess we did mention a ruinous path.
Oh man.
Oh look, make my indestructible guy fight your token.
Oh, it has two
Put a
counters
counter
now.
on.
Two
Yeah,
types
it
of
has
counters.
loyalty counters and +1/+1 counters. So it looks like he's going to be attacking for 10/11 because he gets to put a counter on it with Anafenza.
Ooh.
So it does not look good for Jack over here. And again, it looks like he's flooding out. Looks like.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, and there's the concession. All right.
Congrats to Shawn.
We got Shawn
Didn't
Tappen.
get to see any crackling doomscast.
2-1 over Jack.
Jack, whose last name we
Jack,
don't know.
just Jack.
Jack S.
Jack S? No,
Yeah.
S. His last name's S.
Yeah.
Don't, you know.
All right, congrats, Shawn. We will be putting up more of the last modern event we had in between round, and we will have what time we'll be back up there. So,
up there.
and the rhino contest is for all day. So keep in mind, 10 rhinos equals 4 rhinos for you.
Perfect.